sad, man. It's so sad. He said a lot in this. I've listened to this song over and over and over again. It makes me sad. It makes me emotional because he's speaking real facts. Hate the man, I don't hate the message. This is one of the best songs that must be promoted to get a Grammy because he's speaking real facts. This man knows his history, probably because of his experience. When there was war in Sierra Leone, he went to the United States as a refugee. He saw it, he's felt it. He's been there since the 1990s. He's been there. You can hate the man, but you can't hate the message. I understand, maybe he has his own shortcomings. You can diss him. You can hate the man.
Heroes. For my people.
This song is so emotional, man. This is one of the reasons why I've sat on it so long and not reacted yet, because anytime I listen to it, I begin to cry because he's preaching a message. This is not just a song, man. This is an art. This is deep. He's talking to Africans. And you know, I've sat on this song for a very long time because the moment I play it, I begin to get emotional. I begin to ponder about it. He's talking about stuff. He's talking about the future of Africa. That is what Kao Denero is projecting. Mind you, he might be speaking English, but when he gets on the beat, it's an art that needs people who are deep enough to interpret. And this song is getting me more emotional because my brothers and sister bloggers in Sierra Leone started hating so much on me just because of the niceness I put out there, and they can't appreciate it. This song is so emotional, man. But let's get into it. Today, you know, listening to all the hate and looking at one little girl who was, you know, one little Sierra Leonean girl who was on the beat, you know, rapping this song, I'm like, damn, this girl is deep. So today we are going to go into this, and I'm going to break down all the niceness for you.
Heroes. For my people. Hey. Stand up. You're welcome, y'all. All my people around the globe. It's about time. Hey, let's do this. Think about it. Black man, what's your life about? So many great people. Lights out. Nations living with their lights out. Brothers and guys.
Think about it, man. Brothers, so many people, heroes of Africa, but we are still sleeping with our lights out. In Africa, when we have lights, it's like a privilege. It's not as if we are having lights because you are paying for it. It's a privilege to have light in Africa in this day and age where we must be fighting towards industrialization. And this is what he's preaching. He's like, think about it, black man. What should we do? Think about it. In this day and age, we shouldn't even have lights out. We shouldn't sleep with our lights out in Africa. But right now, it's a privilege. Our African leaders are making us feel it's a privilege to have light and if not a right.
Let's do this. Think about it. Black man, what's your life about? So many great people. Lights out. Nations living with their lights out. Brothers incarcerated. Others with their teeth iced out. Think about it.
You see, brothers incarcerated for this message he's preaching. Brothers incarcerated because they are preaching revolution. They are seeing our people are suffering. And people in power are there with their teeth iced out. And when you talk about the suffering of Africa, they imprison you. They find a way to imprison an African for speaking and for speaking liberation for the people, for telling people this is the right way to go. They incarcerate them whilst they have their teeth iced out. That means they have a lot to spend. They are exploiting our natural resources, and they are there with their teeth iced out. Whilst we don't even have light when we are about to sleep. Whilst we don't even have light for our businesses, but these people have a lot of money with their teeth iced out. This is what he's saying. Think about it.
Lights out. Brothers incarcerated, others with their teeth iced out. Think about it. Why do we need borders? Propaganda to win the reporters. Our leaders still.
said, think about it. Why do we need borders? We don't even need borders in Africa. In this day and age, we've preached so hard. The Nkrumahs, there's so many revolutionaries. Flo Lumumba, there's Patrice Lumumba. So many people. I can mention so many people. Julius Malema preaching so much of a borderless Africa. Why do we have to get borders in Africa as at this day and age? It should be a free trade Africa, because Africa is a continent connected with so many people of different cultures, but same or similar value. We shouldn't have borders in Africa, but these leaders are letting us have these borders, and they are not taking these borders out because they don't want the total liberation of a united Africa. Africans can only achieve with a united front. That is what he's talking about. That is what he's preaching.
Think about it, why do we need borders? Propaganda the way the reporters, our leaders still taking orders. Think about it, why do I need a visa to Soweto? Africa now with skyscrapers, still treated like a ghetto.
Africa will now have skyscrapers. Why are we treating Africa like a ghetto? The things they have overseas, we have it now. So why are we still treating Africa like a ghetto? Why are our leaders treating Africa like a ghetto? That is what he's talking about. Right now we have skyscrapers. In this day and age, we no longer sleep on trees. That is what people think about. We don't live with the lions in the jungle. We sleep in skyscrapers. We have so many rich people in Africa. They don't want you to know the richest man to have ever lived is Mansa Musa, who was an African. And not Bill Gates and not Elon Musk. No, the richest man to have ever lived is Mansa Musa. We sleep in skyscrapers, so why are we still treated like a ghetto? That is what he's talking about, man. This song is so deep, and you have to understand. And this is why I haven't reacted to this song in a long time, because it makes me emotional. He's talking about some real shit, yo.
Off the past, for real, I couldn't let go. Get to tribulations off the past, for real, I couldn't let go. Think about it. The great.
He's saying tribulations of the past, I couldn't let go. That means they took a lot of people out of Africa to build America, to build the Europe. They took people from our continent to build their country. Tribulations of the past, I couldn't let go. Yes, because they took all our resource people and sent to their motherland to develop their motherland, and now they are developed than us, and now they shit on us. They call us a shithole, whilst they owe us. They are not even paying repatriations. Damn, yo. And our leaders are helping them. Listen to him.
Off the past, for real, I couldn't let go. Think about it, the grapes are crowded, disease and pain, our days are shrouded. Seems like they allowed it. They dictate.
Disease and pain, it seems like they allowed it. Yeah, they allowed it because they are taking chicken change at the expense of developing their country. They are taking chicken change at the expense of our people suffering with ailment. They are selling our lands, they are selling our natural resources, which is going back to affect us when we drink the water. They are polluting our water. But yes, so what do? They come to our own African continent and enslave our own people. And this is what Kao Denero is talking about. You can hate the man, but don't hate the message. You can hate the man, don't hate the message. Because Kao Denero is being nice and he's speaking to us. He's preaching to African leaders. Listen, y'all.
Crowded, disease and pain, our days are shrouded. Seems like they allowed it. They dictate elections, the mistakes were letting.
They still dictate elections in Africa. And it's happened once so many times. So these leaders, these presidents are puppets of their masters abroad. We can give you so many times that they came in for our resources and dictated elections. It happened in Libya, one of the finest countries in Africa. One of the countries Libya was literally paying people who were unemployed. Muhammad al-Gaddafi was doing that. They took him out because they don't want Africa to be great. So many African countries doing well, they find a way to sponsor the opposition, to cause unrest. And one of the pains Africans have ever seen is for Libya. When Muhammad al-Gaddafi said he was going to introduce the gold coin, when he was talking about gold for money, they were threatened. They had to influence. They had to take him out. And this is what Africans have allowed. This is what Kao Denero is speaking. Once more, you can hate a man, but you can never hate the message.
Seems like they allowed it. They dictate elections. The mistakes with Latin. The puppet masters, the toughest bastards. It's just like you, we hustle backwards. I pray for the day we young. Use one passport. Minerals and riches. They run and ask us. One Africa to move. Freetown to Damascus. Think about it.
Talking about so many things, y'all. I'm so tired when I hear the song. Because he's preaching the message. As I told you, you can hate a man, but you can't hate the message. Africans, we could use one passport and we will become and if we become one, we will become the most powerful on earth. Because African, we have the human resources, we have the youth, we have the natural resources these people don't have out there. If we are able to combine as one, we will be so powerful that these people cannot even infiltrate us. But what our leaders allow, and they are allowing all this because of hate. We can't even use one passport no more. That is what he's preaching.
One Africa to move, Freetown to Damascus. Think about it, think about it. Fucks me up, brother, drink about it, drink about it.
Because it fucks him up, brother, drink about it. Yeah, sometimes when you think about all these things, it's going to fuck you up. When you think about all these things happening in Africa, wow, post-independence, so many years after independence, sometimes you have to drink. And this is Kao Denero preaching it. This, I've already said, it makes me teary. That is why I literally don't react to this. I've been listening to it in my room every time because he's so nice. He's putting so many things out there. This doesn't even sound like a rapper. He's preaching like a politician. He's preaching for the freedom of Africa. He's preaching like the Patrice Lumumba preaches, like the Julius Malema preaches, like all the great people of Africa preach. And that is what he's saying. He's now the modern day Nelson Mandela preaching for the peace, the modern day Fela Kuti, the modern day Kwame Nkrumah. He's preaching for the liberation of Africa. He's preaching for a united front. This is so deep, y'all.
We still ain't stick together. Shout out to Nkrumah, Shekuvera, Fela Kuti, Machine.
Ooh, he's mentioning them. Shout out to Nkrumah. Nkrumah gained independence from Ghana. Nkrumah is one of the people who wanted a united Africa. So he married from Egypt. That is the story of Nkrumah. He built a stadium for Egypt because he wanted a united Africa. When Ghana gained independence, he started touring other African countries, doing so many projects, building universities in other African countries because he wanted a united Africa. He knew that is what the whites were afraid of. They found a way. They found a way to kick him out. And that's very sad. Nkrumah started a revolution, industrialization in Ghana. Right now, we don't have anything to speak of. All the industries, the textile industries, the steel industries, everything Nkrumah built, the infrastructure, everything. Till date, the artificial dam he built is what we still rely on. Man-made dam. We still rely on in this day and age when Ghana is over 35 million people. The vision of Nkrumah was bright. He's talking of Shekuvera. Shekuvera was a prime minister in Cuba. I think a minister for industries in Cuba. But he's an Argentine. He's of Argentine descent. But he's also a revolutionary. He's talking of Fela Kuti. Fela Kuti, who came to Ghana to study Afrobeats, to study our high life and send it and modernize it in Nigeria. Fela Kuti is a great figure Nigerians look up to. These are the people he's talking about. Man, this song is sad, man. listening to this, I miss all these people. It touches my heart so hard. These people have done a lot for us. Africans, stand up!
Stick together. Shout out to Nkrumah, Shekuvera, Fela Kuti, my chain piece for real, hella dookie. Get a better life for real, yo. I tell a groupie, we're still not united. We're
still not united. He's saying that we're still not united as Africa. So Kao Denero puts my link on his platform, and so many Sierra Leone bloggers are mad about it. This is sad, yo. This is sad.
So much on my mind whenever I lay up and mind them. The heroes is gone. So much pain and frustration.
He said the heroes is gone. So much pain and frustration, and that is the truth. When Nkrumah was kicked out by his own people, influenced by the puppet masters. When Muhammad al-Gaddafi, may his soul rest in perfect peace, was kicked out. Look at the state of Libya, sorry. When so many people were kicked out, when Nelson Mandela at a point in time was jailed, look at the state. South Africa is doing well. But just look at Africa right now. This is what he's talking about. He misses those leaders. Those people are our heroes. The people who made Tanzania. The people who made Zimbabwe. These are the people he's talking about.
Whenever I lay up and mind them, the heroes is gone. So much pain and frustration. I put in the song. I pray all the African warriors for real continue to live on. Heroes. The album.
This is so sad, man. So sad. He said a lot in this. I've listened to this song over and over and over again. It makes me sad. It makes me emotional. Because he's speaking real facts. Hate the man. I don't hate the message. This is one of the best songs that must be promoted to get a Grammy. Because he's speaking real facts. This man knows his history. Probably because of his experience. When there was war in Sierra Leone, he went to the United States as a refugee. He saw it, he's felt it. He's been there since the 1990s. He's been there. You can hate the man, but you can't hate the message. I understand, maybe he has his own shortcomings. You can diss him. You can hate the man. But don't hate the message, y'all. He's talked a lot of real shit here. And it's deep. Well, this was Get to Africa. You know, all the hate going on against me in Sierra Leone made me get back to this song because this is one of my favorites. I'm signing out. All Africans, we should join. We should have one happy family. Yeah, I'm signing out. This is for you, Sierra Leone. Love! You've showed me more love. Please like, subscribe to my channel. This is not just entertainment. We are here to break it down. We are here to make you understand. This is where all the niceness happen. This is not even an art, y'all. I'm feeling it deep within me. I hope this song impacts you. It's crazy. Love from Ghana. Signing out.